Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. Greetings, fellow Poltermasters. I'm Crash Rowsell, and it's once again time to Crash Scouts with another episode of Crash's favorites here for Crashmas. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Swap Force Day. We had Giants yesterday. Tomorrow we got Trap Team. Spoiler. Today we are playing as my favorite Skylander from Swap Force. It's Doomstone. My favorite core is Punk Shock. I would have been able... did I say it was Punk? Yeah, it is Punk Shock. My favorite core is Punk Shock, so I could have been playing that one, but I do like Doomstone more. I do have a little story with Doomstone too. I did talk about it in my collection video, but I will talk about it again here now. And today we're going to be talking about other things too. But let's not waste any time. Get into my favorite levels. So this one was actually a little bit hard for me to decide because I actually don't have a favorite level in Swap Force. I actually love all of them. So I was thinking Serpent's Peak because I really do like this battle. But the thing is, it's just a battle. This will be a very short episode for you guys today. And I also thought about Mesmeril Show, but then I realized the whole fiasco from the last lock. I had to, delete the episode, then re-upload it with completely gone audio and me just talking over it. Hey. So I decided to go with Motleyville. I do like Motleyville. I really like Ironjaw Gulch and Motleyville also. But Motleyville, I think I like a little bit more. I think this is one level I just like going around and exploring in. This is the one where I really went exploring with, so I decided to go with Motleyville. I think that works fine for works fine with me, works fine with you guys.
Nice place you brought me.
Because I do love the big battles that you have.
From who? This place is a ghost town. Oh hey, there's someone over there.
Plus, I love him. I love Baron von Shellshock.
I'm Flynn, the best pilot in Skylands. You probably haven't heard of me because you live out here in the boonies, but I'm kind of a big deal in the civilized world. We're looking for Baron Sharpfin. Heard he might be able to help us out. We're on important Skylandery business. Hello?
I don't like this.
Well, yeah, he's being super rude.
No, it's...
And there we go. That's one reason I love this level.
You change him back.
I like Whiskers, but I like Evil Eye's Whiskers more.
That Sharpfin is no longer the Baron. This municipality is under new management, so to speak. You are now the esteemed guests of the great Baron von Shellshock, servant of Lord Chaos and all-around Power Schnitzer. Willkommen to the
He calls himself Power Wiener, by the way.
That rotten Shellshock locked us up in...
I love how he locks them up, but for some reason doesn't lock up Doomstone. How do you not be able to lock up Doomstone when he localized them? But yes, so this is the game that introduced jumping, so you can attack and you can jump and then attack. Look at that. And I love playing as Doomstone too because of moves like this, for example. I love this big spinny move. I do love the snake move. This is excellent for when you have a big amount of chompes. Or I can just stand here and just go like this on him. I love playing as Doomstone. Doomstone was the character, the last one I got for Swapper. The last character I needed to complete my my Swap Force collection. Literally complete it. I had all the cores. I had all these secondary ones. Well, basically one version of them. That's all I really needed. Back then, I was only collecting one version of them. I was trying to get, all the light cores and the different forms and variants and all that. So I had literally one of everything. So all I needed was Doomstone, which I'll discuss his story now in a second.
Skylander, you have to help us.
Yep, there we go. Just quickly replying to a text. Sorry about that. It was really important. Friends are important.
Uppity crab back there barged into my town, acting like he owns the place, and started shipping my hard-earned valuables off to some chaos fella. Tell you what, help me rid this town of him, and I'll be forever in your debt. For a little while, at least.
He totally doesn't come back in 2 games.
And we'll go after Tessa's birdie.
Sounds great. So, as I mentioned, Doomstone was the last character I needed. So here was my story about Doomstone. So, Doomstone I wanted for a long time. I literally posted pictures online and everything of people I was literally asking people to find Doomstone for me. I posted online. I told people, like, if you see this Skylander, either buy it for me and I'll pay you back, or let me know. I need this one so bad. I posted even pictures on Facebook and everything about how I was missing the one line of Doomstones down and across on the screen. Like if you go to collection, I'll show you here. Like if you go to collection, it shows your swappers. I was missing all of Doomstone's down line and all of his across line, and I hated it. It was just like the completionist in me needed to have that. But luckily, I went to EB Games one day. I was picking up something. I think I was picking up a game, if I'm not mistaken. And I got in the lineup ready to be served, and I looked over at the Skyliner wall, because I didn't go straight over to the Skyliner wall. I was just getting that game, and I was like, oh, I'll glance over, because I wasn't expecting him to be there, right? But then I go over to the wall, and I look over, and I see him, and internally I start screaming. I was like, oh my gosh, it's him. It's the one I need. I've needed this one forever.
I'm always one step ahead of you.
Yeah, of course you are.
Catch me if you can, Skylander. And newsflash, you can't.
That's very rude of him.
Careful out there. We don't need anyone else hurt.
True that. So I got him. I came home that day, started playing with him the entire day. I'm not even joking. I think him and Blastermine were the only two Skyliners that I got on day one and leveled up to level 20 super quickly because I wanted to. Because Doomstone was fantastic. He is the only thing, in my opinion, that was 100% worth the wait. He's the only Skyliner that, like, he was the last one released, and he was 1000% worth it. Of course, there's other Skyliners out there who are fantastic too, but compared to Doomstone, there's no way. So, like, he was definitely worth the wait. I'm very happy about this. That's my Doomstone story. I did discuss that one. It's more detailed, basically, in this one. I did go into more detail than I did with the collection video, because I did talk about it in the collection one. But I absolutely love Doomstone. I know he's a favorite to a lot of you guys. Sorry for my sniffles. I have a runny nose today for some apparent reason, and I can never catch it. Get it?
Watch out for those goo pits. They'll hurt you bad.
Yeah, I know. So, oh, never mind. And he blows up the bridge.
This bridge is closed for repairs, Herr Skylander. You take it from here, Skylander. I need to clean up this goop before it spreads any further.
Bee-hoo. Perfect. So, last episode, I mentioned Christmas traditions, and I talked about Christmas movies. So, that's what we're going to talk about today. So, as I said, every episode I'm going to discuss, like, you know, certain things, just certain topics and all that stuff. So, this one we are going to discuss Christmas movies and specials and all that stuff. So, I'm not a big person to watch Christmas specials and stuff like that. If they were to come on for TV shows that I watch and all that, I will watch them. But I don't go out of my way to watch it. Like, there isn't a Christmas special of a TV show that I watch, like, every year. Like, it's like, oh, this channel, like, I know How I Met Your Mother has a really good one. How I Met Your Mother is my all-time favorite show, if anyone's wondering. They do have a couple Christmas episodes, but I don't go out of my way any years to watch those, you know? And it's not that I don't like it. It's not that I don't like the Christmas episode. It's just I watch them every year anyways, just on random days. It doesn't need to be Christmas. I watch them anyways. So there's no point for me to actually, you know, go out of my way and watch those. But for myself, the only Christmas show I actually go and watch out of my way is Christopher the Christmas Tree.
It is not so easy to get rid of me, Dolph Trottles.
Yeah, you Dolph Trottle. Boom. I love that. Dolph Trottles. That's what. If you ever mad at someone, just call him a Dolph Trottle. I'm not talking to you. Sorry, buddy. I just love jumping. It's one thing I love about this game. I think anybody's like this. I'm going to talk about Christmas Tree in a second. But it's one thing I love about any games with jumping. Like, you just automatically jump and you feel like you're going faster, but you're clearly not. But yeah, so there's a Christmas special called Christopher the Christmas Tree. I used to watch it growing up. Absolutely loved it. So the funny thing is when I was watching it growing up, it's actually a different version than you can watch now. So it was on YTV. YTV was my channel growing up. I never had the Disney Channel or Nickelodeon because we never had it in my hometown. We had YTV. And again, nothing wrong with YTV. It was fantastic. Still is to this day. They still have a lot of good shows and all that stuff. And I used to watch a lot of good shows on there, and one of the specials every year for Christmas will be Christopher the Christmas Tree. So the concept of the show, if you haven't, or the movie, we'll call it a movie. Yep. We'll let this guy talk first.
I figure you're gonna need a cannon to get into that village. Lucky for you, I happen to have one.
Woo!
There you go.
Perfect.
This old cannon ought to do it for you.
Thanks, buddy. And we don't need to go in his building there. You go in there, he's like, did you destroy my stuff? But we're in the Christmas spirit. We don't need to destroy his stuff. So the concept of Christmas, the Christmas tree is it starts off with a little tree. It's a humanoid type tree. He can talk and all this stuff. And he's hanging out with these other trees. And he's tiny. He's only a baby tree. Because, I mean, he's still growing, you know? So, so all the other trees, they all have fancy names. They're all fancy and all this stuff. And he talks about how he's going to be big and strong one day. And all just like, I don't know, Christopher, you've been here for a while. And they're like, we're the fancy trees and all this stuff. So every tree gets cut down except for him. So the big thing with these trees is they know their goal is to be Christmas trees in the long run. So Christopher, he grows big and strong. And interesting, there's a side story where there's a owl. And his name is Hootie. So you may recognize that name because I do use Hootie for a lot of things. When I did my Pokemon lock way back when, I had a Noctowl. I named it Hootie. I pretty much name every owl I get Hootie. Does he talk for this? No, he doesn't. Okay. So what happens with him is the owl can't fly. And he falls out of the tree, and basically his dad and his brothers make fun of him, so he decides to leave. And the really cool thing about this movie is that it's not your classic traditional give presents and all this stuff. It's actually got a little bit of religion to it. And I'm not religious, I've never been religious, and I never will be religious. And I apologize for anyone that offends right now. But I love the fact that Christmas, the real reason for Christmas is, you know, the birth of Christ. That's how it became a thing. And again, I'm not the super Christian, I'm not going to be preaching and anything like that, but I've always felt like the real reason for Christmas is, you know, the birth of Christ. And the thing is they give you that, but they don't shove it down your throat. And that's what I really like about it. So they talk about it, they give you the new version of Christmas, where like you get presents and all that stuff. And they don't really shove down the actual religion part down your throat. Quick chat here. So what happens is Hootie's walking around, a little kid finds him outside, almost frozen. So they take him inside, they warm him up, and while they're doing that, the kid he's like, Dad, why do we have a star on the tree? And they talk about how it's a star that led the disciples to the birth of Jesus. And so they didn't really shove it down your throat. It was just a kid asking some questions, like, why do we put a star on the tree, right? So yeah, Hootie helped put it up. They opened up their Christmas gifts and stuff, and of course, since Hootie is a wild animal, they had to let him go. They let him run on, so he got really upset. He wanders around, and he stumbles upon Christopher. So he decides to live with Christopher. And then not just him, a bunch of other animals find Christopher. They all join him. They all have him as their home. So basically, he's saving their lives because, you know, he didn't get cut down. And at the time, he's grown big. He's a big tree where a lot of people can live in him. Where a lot of animals. So they all sing this song, and it's literally a song. It's like, Christopher, we love you. Christopher, we love you. Christopher, we love you. We don't know what we do without you. That's literally the song that they sing. They're dancing around. There's a lot of funny stuff that happens. There's this, I think it's a skunk or a squirrel, if I'm not mistaken, who keeps getting thrown around everywhere. It's really funny. But the funny thing is about it is there's a couple of missing scenes from the one I watch online every year versus the one I watched originally. There was a scene where these weasels show up and actually catch Christopher on fire. So thankfully, they all go off to get some food, and the weasels show up, and they're basically gonna burn down Christopher because they're jerks. And Hootie saves him, and he starts freaking out because he was on fire. And Christopher's like, "It's okay." He's like, "We're fine. You gotta don't worry about that." But he was like, "I thought I lost you," and that was the biggest thing about it. So the other huge thing about the movie happens with one day they're all gone out to get stuff, and a wood chopper comes up and actually cuts down Christopher. And so on the way back, Hootie notices Christopher's gone. He starts freaking out because Christopher's gone, and he starts running after the tracks and trying to get him. He actually finds Christopher because he starts flying, which is pretty great. I absolutely love that part. He starts flying, and then he starts talking. Because, you know, that's how movies work. Because all I could do is just go, hoot, hoot, like an owl. But no, now he talks perfect English with a little bit of a whistle. It's kind of cute, actually. So I think there's a guy. No, not yet. So he starts flying. He catches up to Christopher, and Christopher basically disappears. And he thinks he lost him for good. So eventually they do find him. And found out that he is a Christmas tree. So he lights up. he lights up, and he's actually the world's Christmas tree. So it's talking about the United Nations. Now it is said, like, we're going to call him Christopher, as in Christ, which Christmas symbolizes the birth of Christ. So they called him Christopher, even though they didn't know his actual name was Christopher. It was like ironic how they named it like that. But then they talked about a little bit about how it was the birth of Christ and all that. And the big thing was, Hootie started crying. Christopher's like, "Why are you so sad?" And he's just like, we're gonna let him talk first.
Did you lose a bird? Because one landed right up there.
Perfect. Thank you, Birdwatcher. Oh, didn't mean to skip you. I'm sorry about that. We're gonna hop into this battle here now. Is there a little chat? No, I gotta fight Whiskers. So he's like, "Hootie, why are you so sad?" He's like, "But Christopher," he's like, "You're cut down." He's like, you're gonna die." And he's like, "Listen." He's like, "My whole goal is to be a Christmas tree. That was my biggest thing." He's like, "And I accomplished my goal." He's like, "But the thing is when he got shaken and fell down, a bunch of acorns fell out. All those acorns, or pine cones, wherever they are going to grow into more Christophers. So there's going to be more trees." And at the end of the movie, when the credits are coming up, it's actually little scenes with the "Christopher, We Love You" song. And it's all the trees growing and all the animals hanging out with the trees and basically living there. And it's a really feel-good movie. I absolutely love it. It's on YouTube, the whole thing, so please go watch if you get the chance. If I do remember, or someone let me know in the comments, I will actually leave a link in the description or in the comments. On the I'll do a pinned comment on the top, maybe with the link to it. It's honestly a really, really feel-good movie to watch. It's not even 30 minutes long. I think it's maybe like 22 because there was commercial breaks and such. But yeah, it's really good. My description really doesn't go that much into I went pretty good into it, but it's honestly worth a watch. I absolutely love it. I know people watch, say, you know, Charlie Brown Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus Coming to Town, all those. My girlfriend's favorite is what is it? Christmas Story, the original, like, 1963 one in black and white. She absolutely loves that one, so we're going to be watching that now for Christmas, and Christopher the Christmas Tree. So that's going to be our little tradition. Christmas movie tradition, that is. So let me know, what's your favorite Christmas special or Christmas movie in the comments below. I really love to talk about that stuff. Look at that. Oh yeah, we took out Whiskers. Talking about talking about, what is it? Being nice to people, and I'm beating up a bird here. It's an evilized bird, it's okay. Yay! Perfect, so we continue on here now, because we don't need to actually talk to them. So yeah, let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite Christmas movie or TV special or anything like that? Do you even watch any of that? And I know I keep talking about Christmas, and I know my fan base is pretty big out there, so even if you aren't Christmas related, let me know what your traditions are when it comes, say, if you're Jewish, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, is there something else, another religion that you're into? Because I did talk about religion, right? And I know that's the biggest thing about it. So I think next episode I'm going to discuss my reason for not liking Christmas, which is a little bit of religion, but a little bit of retail. So that's going to be our link to next episode for, yes, tomorrow's episode of Crash's Favorite. That's going to be our connection. As I said, every episode I'm going to be doing a little connection, so we can link episodes together and talk about something every episode. So yeah, I think... Oh, did not mean to do that. I accidentally pressed triangle, force a habit. So yeah, so next episode I'm going to just discuss my reasoning of why I'm not a big fan of Christmas anymore. And that's going to be a hot political one right there. I can feel it already. Feel it in my jellies. But yeah, so that's it's going to be great. I'm going to be contradicting myself a lot in that episode, just letting you know in advance. But yeah, so let me know your favorite Christmas special down below. And as I say, let's talk about Skylanders now, because that's why we're here. We're talking about our favorites. So, as I said, Doomcell is my favorite. My favorite new core is Punk Shock. Absolutely love Punk Shock. So in the comments below, let me know your favorite Swapper, your favorite new core, your favorite variant, your favorite Skylander that got remade. Let me know all of that. I would love to know. I would love to see all of your opinions on all of those. Ooh, look at that. That was a good kill right there. So yeah, let me know all that. As always, I love reading your guys' comments. It's my favorite thing to do every day is read your comments. I just realized I should have pushed this one first and then went for it. But yeah, so the biggest thing about Christmas is, you know, spending time with your friends and family and all that. And I mean, you guys are basically my family now. I call you guys, my fellow Portamasters, you're my family. Let's go grab this bomb. Perfect. Big Bang Bouncers. Great name. I know Swap Force is a lot of people's favorites too. I think Trap Team is the majority of everyone's favorites, if I'm not mistaken. It seems like everyone loves Trap Team the most. Lots of battles in this one, so I like about it. So another tradition I actually didn't mention last episode was one thing. I just remembered this tradition too. So there's a spread called pate. I don't know if you know what that is. It is liver. It's literally liver, like not even joking, like liver of an animal. It's got some flavoring and spices and added to it. I actually do get a pate every year and just sit down with a box of crackers and eat them all. Eat it all. Absolutely love pate. My girlfriend definitely will not be trying that because it is liver. I absolutely love liver, actually. I've been a huge fan of liver ever since I was younger, really. So yeah, so that's another tradition I forgot to mention last episode that I do. I'm going to have to pick that up now in probably a week or so. There's no, like, local around me. That's the worst thing is there's nothing around me that actually cares. I have to go, like, very out of my way to get that. Yet I was up there today. I should have just got it there. I was up that way today. Walmart don't carry it, though. Well, I mean, they kind of do. They have, like, the canned version, but I like the flat chicken-flavored version. That's usually the one I get is the chicken one. Because, like, what it is, it's liver. It's finely sliced liver made into, like, a spread. It has a lot of spices into it, like lots of good spices added, not just, you know, like salt and pepper. Like actual, like, different spice with it. And we defeated Baron von Shellshock! And saved Christmas. Or Motleyville. And Christmas. Same thing. Potato, potato. Nelly Furtado. Yay! And we beat that level. What a good episode this was. Did a lot of talking this episode. I do a lot of talking every episode. What am I saying? Is there a cutscene after this? There is. Alright, here's a little cutscene for y'all.
You have not seen the last of Baron von Shellshock.
What did he just call us?
Ignorant potato faces.
But as an insult, right?
Yeah, it's not a common endearment out this way.
We kept our end of the deal, Sharpfin. Are you going to help us or not?
Not only am I taking you in my personal ship, but as
I love Baron von Shellshock back there just monologuing.
To Woodborough to get to work for my man here.
Well, hey, I'm not your man. If I'm anybody's man, it's me. You know what I'm saying?
Your ride will be tweaked and ready to blow some rotors off in no time.
Hello? I am in the middle of something out here. You could at least pay attention, you Kaiser Highstellers.
Watch this.
What did he just call me?
So, who wants lunch?
I could eat.
You know what? I could eat too. I could eat some pate. That's like a couple more episodes to film, so food's gonna be on hold a little bit, but that's fine. But we don't want to listen to Rufus, so I'm just going to leave them. I'm going to talk over him. So that does it for this episode of Crash's Favorites of Doomstone and Motleyville. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So, like in the comments, let me know what your favorite Christmas special is when it comes to movies or TV shows, anything like that. Let me know your favorite swapper, your favorite core, and your favorite level. So your dream level you would play. I'd play, like for me, I'd play Doomstone and Motleyville. So what would you guys do? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much. Tomorrow is Trap Team. Very excited to play that with Dark Wildfire. Come back tomorrow to check that one out. Thank you all so much. You are the best ever. Hope you guys have a great holiday season. But as always, I bid you farewell.